But now I'm going to be bringing to you all my rankings on the UFL uniforms. And I should say before I get into them, I'm honestly, my list may be completely different from your list. This is my personal opinion on how they look. And what I will be judging is, again, from the official photographs that have been submitted, or I shouldn't say submitted, uploaded, I should say, on the UFL official website, and a lot of the UFL hub and whatnot, those other news sources. So I know there's been some leaked content from some of the videos and that they've been trying to put out. Those videos haven't released yet. So I'm going to just be sticking with what has been released in terms of those photographs. And I'll be placing them up for y'all to see as well. But first off, at number 8, I have the Memphis Showboats. So the Memphis Showboats, I like what they're trying to do in regards to the yellow and navy blue. But something that I just really dislike is the color on the shoulder, where the rest of the uniform it looks like it's a dominant color, it's blue, but that yellow that's just on the shoulder, it's just icky. I just don't like it. I just, the colors go well together, but overall, it's not great. Now, they could have incorporated yellow, like maybe going down the sides. It's a little incorporated in the number, but other than that, it's just this dominant, just yellow on top of the shoulders. I don't like it. I think it's 8. So they're at 8 for me. At number 7, we have the Battlehawks. Now, this one isn't just crazy because of the way they did the uniform. I really like the blue. I like the white, of course, with that helmet. I think it's a great look overall, but I think it's just plain. I don't think there's really like anything too crazy going for it. It's just blue and white and gray. There's really not any nuances. I think this is the problem I have with even the Indianapolis Colts uniforms, where it just has that like white bar over on the shoulders. Like, what is that? First of all, I don't know. Like, incorporate it better. But I do like the blue. I think it is great, but um, I think they could have done so much better in terms of making this really pop. And I know it was last year. They're kind of bringing over the same thing, but I'm going to put the Battlehawks at number 7. Now, at number 6, I have the Michigan Panthers. Now, the Michigan Panthers minus the helmet is not great. It's your standard just maroon, and I don't even know what color, gold, I guess, goldish color pants. But their helmet just makes it pop. The way that they're able to get the panther on the side, the way they're able to incorporate, the light blue on the shoulders, really kind of ties in with the limited light blue on the helmet. So it just all in proportion kind of bases itself out. So I do like the uniform within the helmet. But at the same time, it's like it's not popping for me. It's certainly better than the Battlehawks and definitely better than the Showboats. But it's clearly not the best on the list. So I have them at number 6. Now, number 5, I have the Birmingham Stallions. This uniform really gives me San Francisco 49ers vibes, which is obviously near and dear to Rob's heart. He loves the 49ers. So I just love what they're able to do with this. The Panthers are kind of using that same kind of like goldish brown kind of color. But with this kind of red instead of the maroon, I think it pops more. And not only that, but it plays really well into their helmet. And overall, I do think, kind of aligning yourself with that color of the 49ers, it kind of sets you in like this kind of like, oh, like it's a good team type kind of like connotation in terms of the color scheme, the way the uniform is, how it kind of replicates it in a way. But overall, both colors mold well together. The helmet is well designed. Not the best on the list, but I have them at number 5. At number 4, Rob, I have your Arlington Renegades. And I'll start off with the positives. I think that the color blue that they used is amazing, and that it is really, really well done. And the way that they have the black kind of traversing with the helmet, coming down over the shoulders, outline renegades on right with the backdrop of the light blue. What I don't like is the red inside the number. Why did they go with the red inside the number? I don't know. I know that they're well, I should back up. I should say I know where the red comes from, and it comes from their old 2020 logo, where Rob and I are big Star Wars fans, and Rob's favorite character is Cad Bane, the bounty hunter. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, that's completely fine. But the logo looks like Cad Bane. And so the eyes are red, just like Cad Bane was and had in Star Wars. And so that being the case, like I understand where the red comes from. But once they switched over the logo to that, that R and the D kind of combined and or the A and the logo I'm not a huge fan of, but there's nothing else on their jersey that's red. So you have a dominant light blue jersey with, black intersecting when that obviously fits in with the helmet. But since they got rid of their what is now their secondary logo, what used to be their first logo on the helmet in 2020, there's nothing else that's really red. So it's just kind of there, and there isn't really any connecting piece visually to why that should be red. Honestly, they could have made that black, and it would have been probably much better. But anyways, that's why I have them at number 4. I think they should incorporate either red somewhere else, but other than just the middle of the number. But anyways, that's my personal thought on it. Um, they are at number 4. At number 3, I have the Houston Roughnecks. Now, I should probably say that, as much hate as I put on that kind of shoulder, that yellow shoulder part of their uniform that the Memphis Showboats had, that I put at 8, Houston does the same thing. Although I think what sets them apart from Memphis is that it's not a crazy color. It's not yellow. It's not like just in your face. Like that's what you see. The white on the shoulders really blends in well with kind of this one of the, I think the super most unique helmets. I'm still not fully on board with it myself, but the kind of the Texas flag oriented helmet fits really well on top of the uniform where the shoulders is white. Um, and the numbers are popping out of the white with their colors of navy and red. I really love what they did in terms of the numbers, how it kind of transitions from that blue into the red, just kind of really lines up well with the logo. And overall, these were really well designed. The only reason I don't have them higher is again that top thing on the shoulder. I don't know, incorporate something better with it. It's kind of just there, and I don't know. It just throws it off a little bit. It blends in well, nice with the helmet, but with the rest of the jersey being navy, it just doesn't seem to fit. I feel like they could do something a little bit different than having just that solid white. Um, but anyways, that's why I have them at number 3. At number 2, I have the San Antonio Brahmas. What I really love about this uh, jersey combo is what they were able to do with the combo, with not the combo, with the collar. And the collar has this kind of really unique design, and it's unlike any of the other ones in the UFL. And outside of that, they just kind of have a kind of grayish black jersey with yellow on the shoulders. And outside of that, it's not really that great, but the collar makes it pop. And I would love to see this even in the NFL, and incorporate in some of these teams, because the way they were able to kind of intricately design that collar, it's really a great addition, and it's something that I really haven't seen in football, and so I love it on these uniforms. It fits well. It's simplistic, but it's not only just simplistic, it fits. And so the simplicity works here with this. And so absolutely, I love what they were able to do with the collar. That's why they are at number 2 for me. At number 1, the team that I think is just apart from all the other ones in terms of uniform design is the DC Defenders. Now, the DC Defenders, it looks like it's just like, oh, it's white and red. Those are the colors that they're using. I absolutely love what they were able to do in terms of this kind of like Arctic camo that they have on their helmets. But not only do they have it on their helmets, they have it inside the numbers and along kind of their shoulders. And I think that that was just such a great addition. It fits well with the Defender theme. Um, and on the field, it pops. It really does pop. And of course, far away, it doesn't seem like it because it's the camo's intricately designed. But when you have a much closer up shot of the helmet, much closer up shot with the whole uniform, it really pops. And hands down, I think the defenders have the best uniforms in the UFL for the 2024 season, at least what has been revealed so far in the photographs that have been released. But there you have it. Those are my top 8 in terms of, well, there is 8 teams, so that doesn't really make sense. In terms of ranking all 8 of them, uh, that is how I would do it, 1 through 8.
Yeah, well, Carson, I'm not a fashion expert like you are, but the only thing I think I would change about your
That's
list
going
is
too far. I am not a fashion expert too. I'm just basing off what I'm seeing with my eyes.
I would put the Renegades a little higher, just because I
Wow.
think that completely unbiased take here, but their
Yeah.
uniforms seem the best to me.
Oh,
I just
okay.
the red and the light blue all work together. Just really good stuff there. I don't know if any of these other uniforms come close to that, even to be honest. So,
Can you explain why there's just a random red number on the jersey where red is just not even present?
because it's an ode to their old logo, like you were talking about. It's showing that it's still part of them, even though they
Oh,
don't
okay.
do much anymore. It's still there. It's still like right in the center of who they are as a team. It's right there. That's what it
Gotcha.
is. Mhm.
Gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
I don't believe a single inch of that, but that's fine. That again, that is Rob's unbiased uh,
Yeah.
uh choice
Completely.
in terms of the uniforms for his own beloved Renegades. Um yeah, I will say I do like them. I love the light blue. I think that's really great. What are they doing with I don't know what they're doing with the red. That's really my question.
think the red is fine, but the question I did have for you, based off the uniforms, is how do you feel about the Michigan Wolverines uniforms, based off of your criticism of the gold and dark blue color scheme that Memphis has? Because it's
Yes.
basically the same thing as Michigan's uniform. So,
Yes, and first off, it's not the Wolverines. This is the Panthers, Rob. You did say the Wolverines. That's fine. Uh,
I,
you
I
know
was
the
talking.
difference between the Wolverines and the Panthers? One of them won a national championship, and the other isn't going to even come close to winning the UFL championship. So
Ah,
that's going to be a hot take that I just said right now, but I just don't see it happening. Anyways, talking about the Panthers though and their uniforms. So the difference between them and the showboats is again, what are they doing with the shoulders? I don't understand what Memphis is doing with the shoulders. There's nothing. There's nothing to incorporate them. It's just a solid just like yellow on top. And I don't get it. It's not good. It's just not good. The Panthers, what I like about them is even though it's simplistic, it fits. Like it really does fit. Like there isn't a part of their uniform that's just like, why is that there? Like it's not they're not doing anything crazy, but the helmet and how it's like designed with the panther coming up with the light, as I mentioned, with that light blue, it has the light blue on the shoulders, and it fits well because the helmet isn't maroon, but the panther is, and so it fits with the jersey, and then you have that kind of uh the color of the helmet in a way. Of course, it's not necessarily the same color, but in terms of like the pants that they're wearing, it just all in all it fits. They're not trying to do something crazy, but overall, it does fit. what Memphis is doing just doesn't fit. It's like they were like, how can we take like a simple auto-generated uniform and put it on a team? That's basically how I feel what that happened with that.
I feel like the Panthers uniform is just like a worse version of the Stallions because it's like the same color scheme. So I don't know how you could have him so high, but okay.
The Stallions I have higher than the Panthers because I think the color combo the Stallions have pops more than the maroon and the goldish color that the Panthers have. Um, but I think the Panthers helmet fits a lot better. Well, no, the Stallions helmet fits a lot better than the Panthers. Honestly, any of these uniforms are better than the Memphis Showboats. They're just not. The Showboats are just bad. I don't like. I like the logo. I like the helmet, and then they stopped at that, and then they were like, "Oh, let's just not go with like let's not try to be creative when it comes to the uniform." So yeah, I don't know. I think again that's my personal opinion. I'm sorry if I'm offending Showboat fans out there, but it's just not good. It's just not good.
So do you also hate the Michigan Wolverines uniform, like the college football team, because it's like the same color scheme as
I do. I do not like Michigan. No. As a Hawkeyes fan myself, I've seen them torment my boys more times than not. But what at least with Michigan, they don't have this just gold thing that Memphis has, and their helmet has at least a really cool artistic like Wolverine, like claw mark on the back of the helmet that's like you know it looks cool it's cool and it fits. I don't know what the Showboats are doing. It's not like it's not really that cool and it doesn't fit. So yeah, thank you for joining us on the Redzone Rodeo podcast.
if you like football and you like having fun, come on down and subscribe and check out our channel for more videos like this one.
No ifs, ands, or bucks. This is the best place for your football news.